Democratic Party of Guam Chairman Senator Rory Respicio says the party's nomination of former Governor Carl Gutierrez and Senator Frank Aguon Jr. to run as the party's ticket in this year's gubernatorial election simply made sense.
The rationale behind this movement was because if you take a look at the 2010 election season and how Gutierrez-Aguon came 487 votes shy, and if not losing, but not making it only because there continues to be a dark cloud of the election irregularities which you've covered extensively. And so that was the rationale behind providing for a rematch.
This potential rematch, however, has to be put on hold, as Senator Frank Aguon Jr. had informed Senator Respicio through an email that he would decline the nomination.
The party recognizes Senator Aguon for what we are certain was a very thorough and a thoughtful, deliberative process with his family.
In his letter, Aguon called the endorsement both overwhelming and humbling, adding he, his wife, and children were unprepared for such an announcement, as were the people of Guam. He goes on to say, quote, undertaking a run for the office of governor and lieutenant governor requires much consideration, planning, and support, none of which we have adequately prepared for, end quote. Aguon, we should add, was not in attendance at Thursday's Democratic Party meeting, neither was Gutierrez. Respicio says attempts were made this morning to contact the former governor, however, a response had yet to be made.
Our work continues on this campaign course, but really we are pleased with all the public's attention on this matter, as it shows interest in the Democratic Party and it emphasizes hunger for a change in the leadership at Aguon.
Respicio says given Aguon's decision, it's obvious that the whole nomination of this rematch ticket is moot. News of a Gutierrez-Aguon team in the past 24 hours no doubt sparked discussion throughout the community. As you recall, Gutierrez and Aguon filed a legal challenge, asking the court to deem the results of the 2010 election null and void based on alleged multiple discrepancies. Aguon eventually wanted out of the case and wanted to be removed from any association or affiliation with any ongoing court challenge. Gutierrez forged ahead, saying he had been abandoned by his running mate and was prepared to go to trial. He eventually dropped the case because he had run out of money. Respicio, meanwhile, says he's not disappointed that Aguon declined the party's nomination.
We're going to certainly remain optimistic, and there's no disappointment on my part as party chairman. This is just the process that anyone and any political organization has to go through to show deference and respect to those who we believe would have made a very good team for 2014. Like I said, there were other combinations, other pairings, other people have expressed interest throughout the last several months or the last year. But what it comes down to is the election is in November.
Respicio would not confirm what other pairings the party had in mind, only saying the party, namely the Central Executive Committee, is still empowered and will stay the course of finding a new team should no other ticket from the party come forward.
But again, as soon as something occurs, we'll certainly remain excited and remain focused, and we're going to be able to navigate through this.
Gutierrez and Aguon, meanwhile, have yet to respond to our calls for comment. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.